Well, it's official. SNAP benefits will not, and I repeat, will not be sent out to 42 million recipients on November 1st, meaning more than 40 million households will not have the benefits they need to pay for food. But it gets even worse. Not only are individuals not going to be getting the benefits that they need to pay for food, certain stores are not going to be paid either. This includes Walmart, Target, Albertsons, Kroger. The list goes on and on. Look at this. It says millions of Americans are at risk of losing food stamps next month amid the shutdown. Right now, Congress cannot come to an agreement to open up the federal government. Right now, we're on day 19, and the United States government is still shut down, meaning there's still thousands of people furloughed. There's still millions of people not going to receive SNAP benefits. WIC was in question, and some on Social Security are seeing delays. That's a problem. I want to read a little of this to you. It says right here, roughly 42 million people are at risk of losing critical food assistance in November amid the federal government shutdown, and it's not clear whether the Trump administration will step in to find the funds to continue paying benefits as it did with other priorities, like paying our military personnel and funding WIC. WIC received $300 million from the Trump administration. And guess what? On November 1st, it's not just SNAP benefits that need to be paid out. The military personnel would receive their paycheck on November 1st. They get paid on the 1st and the 15th. They already got paid on the 15th. But according to Speaker Mike Johnson, there's not enough funds to pay the military if it extends into November. But look at this. I want to play this clip for you. Listen to this.
Department of Agriculture says it will not fund the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, known as SNAP, if the government shutdown extends into November.
Now, this would impact about 42 million people across the country who rely on SNAP benefits to buy food. The USDA sent a letter to state agencies last week saying there would not be enough funding to pay for the entirety of November's benefits. It also told states not to send certain files to the contractors that load those EBT cards that people on SNAP use.
Okay, but it gets worse, okay? Gets even worse. I want to play a couple clips for you. Listen to this one.
There's a good chance that the SNAP benefits for November won't go out if the government remains shut down through next week. I saw this start popping up because people were getting warnings from their state. So not every state has sent out a warning as to the fact that it might not be funded for November. And, November we have Thanksgiving. So make it a thought as you're out that there's probably, with the rising costs, especially here in New Jersey, of energy, there's probably people that are using SNAP that never had to use it before. So if you can put a few more things in the food pantry for your local community in the next couple weeks, it's very possible that it's really going to be needed. I feel like it would be needed anyway, but this is going to be a big hit for some people. Here in New Jersey, I don't see that any warning has been put out. New York and Pennsylvania did. New Jersey, we have about 813,000 SNAP recipients across 436,000 households, which is almost 9% of the population.
9% of the population, a lot of people. And what she said was, well, very important. If you can't afford to buy something to put it in a food pantry, they're going to be forever grateful. Because what we are seeing right now, and I've received several messages, I've received a couple text messages from friends as well, to put it out there and let people know that these food pantries are struggling. I have a friend that runs one, and he was saying that just theirs alone, the donations that they normally get, they're not there. And the grocery stores are just as concerned about these millions of people not receiving their benefit come November 1st, because these grocery stores depend on that. And some of these grocery stores, and I hate to say it, but they also almost prey on these people because being that they're getting these benefits from the state or really the federal government, the problem is they're raising their prices a little bit because they know those products are usually bought using SNAP. That's usually what's happening. I want to play another clip for you. Look at this one right here.
The federal government telling states not to send out November SNAP benefits. Here's the email I just got from the USDA.
We're going to look at this letter because what this letter says is critical. Okay, and I'm going to play another clip for you in a moment.
Here's the letter that the USDA sent us. You can see it's dated for October 10th. That was last Friday. Why am I now getting it today, Wednesday, the 15th? Well, it's because I did a story on SNAP benefit changes that are coming November 1st. I did that story yesterday. They responded by sharing this memo with us today. Let's take a closer look at it. Let's look at the second paragraph. Considering the operational issues and constraints that exist in automated systems and in the interest of preserving maximum flexibility, we are forced to direct states to hold their November issuance.
Okay, so they're telling states to hold their November issuance, but there's also another thing that was in there.
Direct states to hold.
I want to show it to you. Look at this right here. It says states to hold their November issuance files and delay transmission to state EBT vendors until further notice. This includes ongoing SNAP benefits and daily files. Okay, there's another clip I want to play you. Listen to what this person's saying because, again, this is what's happening. It's not just the people. The businesses are going to be impacted as well. Listen to this.
So if y'all think the people are the only ones that's going to be losing out this little text message notification y'all sent about us not getting our November EBT, you guys are very mistaken. So this message is also for Walmart, Kroger, Albertson Companies, Publix, Audi, Costco, and Sam Clubs, and Target. Y'all know how you like to double up the prices for holidays and for the holiday items that people buy, like milk, eggs, and cheese? Because Kerrygold butter for the 4-pack at Costco is $20 and it's usually $10. Well, y'all won't be getting that money. But even worse, not only are y'all getting the SNAP money that you usually get every month, y'all gonna be taking losses because people are tired, baby.
Yeah. People are tired of paying these, insane amounts for food, for really anything. But food's a big one. And the reason why I think the SNAP benefits potentially being delayed, keep in mind the money's going to be there eventually. You will get the benefit amount. The problem is it's going to be delayed if the United States government doesn't reopen by November 1st. And really, it needs to open by the probably October 29th, 30th, something like that, just to make sure that there's no issues. But here's the thing. What we know is that the federal government will fund SNAP eventually. So if you currently have SNAP benefits, and let's say you get like $500 a month, if that $500 does not show up in November, let's say November 1st, doesn't show up, but yet the government reopens come December 1st, you would not only get the $500 come December 1st, but technically, okay, and based off everything I've seen, you would get back pay. So you would be paid for November as well, meaning you get $500 for November and $500 for December, meaning you get $1,000 come December. But keep in mind, okay, and I don't know what's going to happen here, but the Trump administration found a loophole in order to not pay federal workers who were furloughed. The Trump administration was going to lay them off, meaning they would not get back pay. I don't know what happens with SNAP, but the concern is that what if we are trying to save as much money as possible and we don't send out any back pay for SNAP? Now, I think this would be a political nightmare from the Trump administration, but it is possible. So I'll leave you with that, but just understand right now, as of today, as of October 19th, SNAP benefits will not be coming in November. So if you can, try to save a little bit of money and let this extended pretty much drag it on as long as possible, because you never know when that next payment's going to come.